Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. And today, so I've done this in the past. It's been a little while since then, and we've got some new zombie maps. So I decided just to go ahead and do this video today. I want to try to make it as quick as humanly possible because I do realize that it does take a little bit, and I don't want to have you guys sit here for a little while. So, and also to be honest with you, I needed another video because I did a video and it kind of messed up. And oh my god, my pants don't agree with me. So, and I kind of messed up. So my storage was full, so I only recorded like 5 minutes worth of a video. So we're gonna do this instead today. So welcome to the ranking tier list of Call of Duty zombie maps. So to start things off here, I don't know every single map because there are a few that I have not actually played. Some of the ones from World War II, for example, and I do believe the ones from like Modern Warfare 3, because I have not played the free run map for MW3 either. But I'm trying to see, like, they don't have a lot of the map names here, so like they just have like photos, so it's kind of hard for me to see like which maps are which. So I'm gonna try and make my best effort, just because I'm not as like keen to see which maps are which on here. So we'll just get started with here today. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can find a better. Hold on a minute. Give me a minute.
2,000 years later.
I found a better one this time. So this time, each one of these actually has like the names in them. But I don't think it includes any of the new ones after 2022, which is just fine. It's perfectly fine, because honest to Christ with you, Modern Warfare 3 Zombies just is not worth ranking. And in my honest to God opinion, neither is Vanguard, but they got Vanguard here, and I also think they get Call of Duty Ghost. Yeah, they also got Call of Duty Ghost on here. But I think Point of Contact is the first, so I'm gonna put worst. This is the worst map in COD history for here. Anything with Extinction honestly is boring, but I have not played any of the other Ghost Extinction ones. It was boring. Like, Extinction Point of Contact was so boring. I think I attempted to replay it like a couple years ago or so, and honestly, it was so boring. I literally had no idea what to do, like, towards the end of it. Like, I was quiet for the last like 20 minutes, and I like to talk a lot. So, it was a little weird for me anyways. I didn't like it. So it's going into one of the worst ones. I'm sorry. I don't like any of the Extinction. The Extinction game mode was interesting, but they just did not perform. They did not do it very well, in my opinion. So, yeah, anyways. So let's go over here to Duranfang for Vanguard, one of the worst maps also in COD history. I dislike it so bad, it's not even funny. I'm like, when I first played, I gave it a chance, and I was like, okay, I think they could make this into something, but they kind of just didn't. Like, they had to just combine Outbreak mode from Cold War to this, and it was just a bad decision. It was terrible. Like, I played it with my friends a couple of times, and honestly, I literally mostly played Vanguard so I could just try to get my money worth out of it. I played, like, I think 100 hours or so in Vanguard, and I did play Zombies included with the multiplayer, but I honestly did it just so I could get my money's worth, man. I put in the 100 hours for the $100 I spent on it. I did. I spent $100 on it because I actually thought that they would do something decent with the World War II setting, and I was completely wrong. And that's exactly why this purchase here has kind of made me rethink Call of Duty purchases. Treyarch is probably the definitive company that I trust to make decent Call of Duty games. That's just my opinion. You guys' opinions are your opinion. You probably like Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward is like second on the list, right? But Sledgehammer Games, dude, you guys need to rethink something, man. I tell you, something bad. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about something decent here, so then we can get off of this topic here. So they got Black Ops 1 Moon here. I'm gonna put Moon in a good map. I do like Moon. I'm not gonna say that it is perfect. I'm gonna remove near perfect, because I'm just gonna put good here. Perfect, good, could be better. and bad, and we'll just do it like that. So I think Black Ops 1, Black Ops 1 Moon, Black Ops 3 Moon, they're like the same thing, so might as well just do Zombie Chronicles Moon right next to it. It's like, I think they're good maps. Really good Easter egg, honestly. Never done it myself. I've seen plenty of gameplays, of course. I'm not a big Easter egg person. If given the chance, if given a crew, like, people that would actually help me do the Easter eggs, I'm down doing Easter eggs. I did Easter eggs for Black Ops 3 for a couple of maps, but for Black Ops 1, and I think my first ever Easter egg was Black Ops 2 Origins. That was the first Easter egg that I ever did. But Easter eggs just aren't my thing. I really like just playing the maps, honestly. I don't really like to grind through the maps, but if they have a nice design and they're a joy to play through, I don't mind playing through them at all. So let's go over to Knocked. If I do Knocked, you know what? Instead of it could be better, let's change it to average, because I think this is pretty much what Knocked is, like average. It's an average map. You get nothing. You start from nothing. There's no perks yet. Like, they didn't introduce it, but it's the first one, and there's nothing really else to say. Like, you can't put it in a bad map because it's the first map. It's like they literally made the map. Like, they made the game mode with the map. So in my opinion, you just can't put it there, honestly. So let's move over to Verrückt here. We got Verrückt. I think Verrückt is, I'm stuck between good and average. I'm gonna put it at top of average, like right under good. Like, I know I don't have the great category in here. I just want to do like this because then it gives me a little bit of a challenge of ranking, these maps here. But Verrückt as an average map, they introduced the perks to it. And you know what? Let's do it. Let's do lower tier good. I will leave it at lower tier good because they introduced the perks. The map itself has a great aesthetic. I really like the prison setting, and it's creepy. Like, it's very creepy. Like, if you ever played it, you know what I'm talking about here. Of course, everybody knows. But BO1 Verrückt, probably the scariest I've been in a map, honestly, for zombies, hands down. Shi No Numa, next up. So this is the first jungle map. Not a lot of people really enjoy this map very much. So I'm definitely going to say it's like above tier average. The one thing that I find, the World at War video that I did for the Zombie Challenge World at War video anyways, that one, I remember plainly the perk settings, of course, as interesting as that kind of is. I don't like the random perk idea. It's just like Nuketown, for instance, just the random perks that you get, because it's like, if I got Juggernog in that challenge, if I knew where Juggernog was, then I would be able to actually complete it. I understand why they put it in there, to add something, fresh and new, which is fine. It's the first time they did it. I don't like the idea. And jungle zombies, I don't know. I don't really like the idea of jungle zombies, honestly. Like, of course, people's opinion changes, of course, and stuff like that. So, but these two are pretty much on the same level. Let me see if I can find Knocked here. Can I find Knocked? Where's Knocked? No, it's Zombie Chronicles. To me, they're just going to be in the same category here, where I'll find it eventually when we get closer. But it's just the same for me, honestly. I think like Shi No Numa, Shangri-La, and oh god, fuck. Oh my god, they even have the Black Ops 3 version of Shi No Numa here. Like, all three jungle maps are, here. Zetsubo, that's the name. They're just all the same to me. They're just all jungle maps, and they're difficult for no reason. But yeah, anyways. So Der Riese for BO1, I'm gonna say it's a good map, and I'm definitely gonna put it above Verrückt, but under Moon. It's the first map to introduce the teleporters, and also it has, the perk systems, and also the BO3 version of Der Riese, I'm going to put it above it just because they introduced an extra perk, and they also added, like, just another small Easter egg. It wasn't a big one. It was a small one with a giant, melting the snow for a new perk. That was great. But the only thing I hated was that you could either get a bad one, which was Deadshot Daiquiri, or you could get a decent one, which was Stamina. And everybody hoped for Stamina. And you never really get Stamina very much, in my opinion. So Transit, BO2. I'm going to put it, I can't put it as bad just because it's nostalgia for me, but it is the design is way before it was time to put the map out. I'm gonna put it bottom tier average. It's gonna stay there, and that's where it's gonna stay. Like right here, it's borderline bad. So the reason being that I'm not putting it in the bad category is for nostalgia reasons. I'm blinded by nostalgia when it comes to certain maps, but I will give its credit where it's due. They just had their dreams were just too big for this map to handle in 2012. If they decided to do this map now, like that's why we're calling for a remake, and I know like Mr. T, Lexify, and all them are calling for or working on a map that's or he's mentioned that they're working on a map for remaster transit, which sounds amazing, honestly. If they do a really good remaster transit map, then this map will definitely be bumped up more, but only for 2024. Nothing before then. I can't believe it's been 12 years since almost 12 years since this map was released. My first time playing this map, I have some awesome memories playing this map for the first time. So I just in my heart, I can't put it in bad category, even though every time I think about the Pack-a-Punch steps, it makes me want to weep in my sleep. BO2 Bus Depot, bad. I don't like Bus Depot. It's just one map with nothing. Like, it's worse than Noct in my opinion. Yeah, you get a little bit more openness to it, but the feeling and stuff just isn't there. I just can't do Bus Depot by itself. No. Added on with Transit, it does make it average, of course, but I don't know. I just don't like Bus Depot. It just looks disgusting. No, it's not good at all. Farm for BO2, it's painfully average. Like, the aesthetic for Farm, you get nothing but hay and a barn and a house with a box and a shed, or a garage, or however you want to call it, whatever. That's all you get for Farm. That's it. And the 4 perks, nothing special. Nothing really special going on with Farm. It's dark. And don't even talk to me about that stupid lava line that's right in front of the porch that I ended up always walking and dying by zombies on because it burns me to death. So annoying. Can't stand it. It's going in average. Town, however, is going in the good category, but it's going above Verruckt. Just because the Reese and the Giant here, of course, added on more stuff, or has more stuff than Town does, such as teleporters and whatnot. But at least Town has Pack-a-Punch, and I do like the aesthetic of Town, and I hate the lava. I can't stand it. The lava brought it down, and I wish that they had the bowling alley open. Thank God for Town Reimagined for PC, because oh my god, I love the bowling alley being a part of the map. I really wish they released it with the map when it came out in 2012. Alright, Nuketown for Black Ops 2. Oh boy, Nuketown, what do I do with you, buddy? I'm gonna put you above Farm in average tier, but Nuketown, back then, a lot of people were interested with the idea of Nuketown being a zombies map. From what I remember being 12 years old, I was actually wanting a Nuketown zombies map. It's just the way they did the Nuketown zombies map is the reason why I don't really like it. The random perk thing is crappy just because I think the last time I decided to hop on and just play casually on Nuketown, I didn't get Jug until after round 12, and it was ridiculous. It was crazy. Why? Why do I have to wait so long to get Juggernaut just to survive on a map that I'm casually trying to play? It's when you're trying to casually play, you don't want to get mad about it. You don't want to get mad at your game, but that just makes you mad because you have to restart if you decide to start over. So Nuketown, cool aesthetic for multiplayer map. Zombies didn't really work as well, to be honest. Here's Noct. We've already done Noct, of course, so I'm going to put it right here in front of BO1. Die Rise, bad. I cannot explain. Funnily enough, it's not going in the worst map in COD history, but it is going in the bad category. The reason being is simply because even though I lost the challenge, I had a lot of fun in the box roulette challenge for Die Rise, and for how difficult it was, it painted Die Rise in just a new light for me because challenge videos wise, it's definitely fun. That is one of my most, for one, thank you guys, one of the most popular videos on my channel, and I can't believe it. But it's great. I mean, it was a great challenge, honestly. But of course, vertical zombie maps do not work unless it's oh god, it's down here somewhere. Hold on. Unless it's Mauerd or Toten in Cold War. They did that really well because they actually have, the things that you can go up and down on, between the buildings. That was nice. That's fine. But when you get stuff like this where you have to go down and up just to get to the other side of the map, that's crazy, man. Like if you pretty much the way to win it is if you get the solidifier and sit down in that one spot. That's crazy. Like that should not be how you progress through a map. And don't even talk to me about like what I heard about the Easter egg and stuff. And that goes for Transit also. The Easter egg for Transit and Die Rise are both just difficult and shitty for no reason. like if you're gonna make an Easter egg difficult, at least make it good. like seriously. Mob of the Dead, of course. This is gonna go in the worst map in COD history. Mob of the Dead sucks, man. I can't stand. I'm just kidding. You thought I was being serious. No, Mob of the Dead is a perfect zombies map. From the aesthetic to the challenge to the perks that are in the map to the boss zombie, like all of it gives you the perfect amount of challenge. And Alcatraz, man. Come on, that's an awesome area for a zombies map. You've heard it time and time again, but there's nothing really that I really need to be said about Mob of the Dead. The Easter egg is awesome. Just the fact that it's implemented in the gameplay itself, it's perfect. It's a perfect zombie map. Like there's nothing to say about Mob of the Dead. If you put Mob of the Dead down here in seriousness, what are you doing? Stop it. Get some help, please. Thank you. All right, let's go to Buried for Black Ops 2. Buried is a good map, but I don't think it is better than Town. I don't think it's Der Riese or Moon. So, reason being is because Buried, I really enjoy the place of Buried, and I like how easy it is because it can be a casual map, basically. So, if you just want to get on and waste some time playing a zombies map, you jump on Buried. You just go in there on round 1, get all the money out, unlock everything, literally everything. Buy the booze that you need. You can pretty much get 5 perks on the end of round 1 and still have 4 or 5 zombies left. It's crazy. It's really good. It's really good for casual play. And if you just don't want to challenge, if you have a hard day, because I've done that sometimes. I'll come in and just play Buried for no reason. Just jump in, take money out of the bank, put money in the bank when I'm done, and that's it. So it's going in good for that reason. The Easter egg is difficult for some unknown reason. I don't understand why they got to put hard-ass Easter eggs in zombies maps, but it is an easy map to play through if you know what you're doing. And aesthetically, it's awesome. I do like the location that they put it in, but it's definitely not going to be above good ever. Black Ops 2 Origins, perfect. Oh my god, Black Ops 2 Origins. And the same for Black Ops 3. It's the same thing here for me. They're both really good maps. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Origins has, for one, they introduced the robots. And not only that, but just the map aesthetic itself. Just being in World War I, man. Like, oh my gosh. It's perfect. I really love Origins. It is probably one of the best, experiences I've had when I bought the DLC, when it came out in 2013, and I played with my friends, and I played with randoms and completed the Easter egg, funnily enough, with one of my friends and 2 other random people. But I love the robots, I love the snowy parts, I love the staffs that you can build, just the first time ever they've introduced something like that for all players. It was great. So Origins, top of the list. Mob of the Dead, though, still a better map. Alright, let's go to Advanced Warfare now, and unfortunately, Advanced Warfare is stuck in a very weird place here, because I'm trying to remember, I think Outbreak is the first map, if I'm correct, and when I played it, I didn't like it, and funnily enough, I think it is better than these two, but it's just my personal outlook. Ever since then, I never wanted to play any of the other Advanced Warfare maps. Just not a fan of Advanced Warfare myself. I just don't like the advanced movement, honestly. I don't like the jetpacks. Black Ops 3 did it a little better. And Infinite Warfare, I can't do it. But we'll get to Infinite Warfare later. But for right now, I did, however, play Outbreak. I did buy the first DLC for it because I just wanted to try the map at least once, and I didn't like it. I don't understand, like, if you do not have an exosuit, it is impossible. It is impossible to get through the map without a suit, and it's crazy. And the zombie, I don't like the stupid challenge, like, to where, you know, the zombies infect you and you have to go back to the beginning of the map to get into, you know, the thing. It's crazy. Why do you need to implement so many challenge-esque stuff for, like, multiplayer purposes in a PvE zombie mode? I don't get it. I will never understand that concept. Don't do it. Just don't do it. We don't need challenges. The zombies are the challenge enough. Why do you need to put extra challenges like escort humans? I know is in another map. Why do we need to do that? Why? Why do we need to do that? Just tell me. Why? All right, next up, BO3. Now, we all know BO3 is my favorite zombies experience of all time, which, of course, I'm pretty sure it's probably everybody else's favorite zombies experience of all time as well. But we're going to start with Shadows of Evil. Perfect. Der Eisendrache. Perfect. Okay? But you know what? Shadows of Evil is going before Mob of the Dead. Der Eisendrache is going above Origins just because of the fact that Der Eisendrache and Origins is kind of 1-in-1. Zetsubo, good. And I'm going to put it's above Buried good. I'm not as big of a fan of Zetsubo. I don't really understand it as much, but you know, they put a challenge map in there. I really do like the map. I like the jungle map aesthetics. Like, I like the maps, okay? I just don't think zombie maps should be in jungles. If they are in jungles, they don't need to make it as hard, man. I struggle with Zetsubo. I don't like all the buildable parts, just my opinion. I'm just not a big of a fan of Zetsubo. Der Eisendrache, it's about the same as Origins for me. Like, there's no way I can put it, you know, below Origins because that is the whole thing of Der Eisendrache. Origins. It's Origins. Was Origins. Like, come on. Shadows of Evil, that was the magnum opus of creativity for Black Ops 3. You can argue with me on that. I don't care. Shadows of Evil, perfect map, one of my favorite maps of all time. I hated it when I first started because I didn't understand Black Ops 3. And also, I played on the 360 for the first time, but we don't need to talk about that. Perfect. Shadows of Evil, perfect map. Love it. Garage Crovy, perfect. Don't even care. Come at me. I love Garage Crovy. Justice for Garage. It is a perfect map. But I'm not going to say it's better than Origins or Der Eisendrache or Mob of the Dead or Shadows, though. But it is a perfect map. I love the dragons. The Ray Gun Mark III is I know it's not as good, but it's hands down my favorite wonder weapon of all time. I love the Ray Gun Mark III. I can't get enough of it. I love it. Every time I see it in there, it's like the little kid who saw the ray gun in the Black Ops 1 game. That little kid comes out again every time. I love it. I can't get enough of the Ray Gun Mark III, dude. I see it in the mystery box, and I flip my shit. Okay, I love it. Number 3, the return of the PPSH. Wasn't as good as the World at War version, but damn it, everybody was so fucking excited when they came out. Now, weren't you? All right, Revelations. See, Black Ops 3 is very funny, simply because it has, like, you know, the different stuff. But Revelations, man, everybody wanted a map, this style of map when it came out. But now, if we're looking at it, almost, you know, it's 9 years now. Or no, actually 8 years, because this came out in 2016. But Revelations, they could have done it a little differently than how they did it. So, of course, they put all the maps together because that's how people wanted it, but it could have been so much bigger. In my opinion, they could have done a little bit more of the maps there, but kind of make it more combined than it was because it was just a spaced out mess kind of. So you can only be in certain areas. It's a beautiful map. Like, it's gorgeous. It's a fucking gorgeous ass map. But that's just my big issue with it, is that it was just too spaced out. And as cool as I like seeing the other maps and stuff like put all around it, I don't know. I can't really say that it's really worth it. But I think I'll put it above Town though, but below Buried. I'm not as big as on Revelations as probably a lot of people is, to be honest with you. All right, so here we go. We have Knocked again. I'm going to put it right here. We have Rukt again. I was looking for you earlier. So now here we go. We are at Kino der Toten, which I didn't even see Kino for BO1. They just completely skipped over Kino, didn't they? Or unless it's down here somewhere. No, they. Oh no, they. Okay, it's right here. All right, we'll just pull it from here. So Kino der Toten is a very average map. So again, nostalgia blinds a lot of people. It blinds me with certain maps. Kino der Toten is kind of one of them, but I will say that it is nowhere near. It is not the best map of all time. Here, I'm sorry, Chaos. It is not the best map of all time. Kino der Toten literally has nothing. It has perks and a pack-a-punch machine. It is pretty much like this. I know I put Doris and the Giant as a good map, but it's because it is the first of its kind. It's a teleporter, and you got to activate. At least you activate them, and it has an Easter egg. This one doesn't even have an Easter egg. Okay, you shoot a radio. Okay, you put tapes. I said tapes. Oh my god. You take the records and you stick it inside of the fucking. It's not even records. Wait a minute. So you go and you collect 3 film reels and you put it inside to show the footage on the stage. Just wasn't really that good and didn't really present much to you. Like, I guess the first game of the series, like for Black Ops 1, of course, but by then you already know who created the zombies really and kind of how it happened. I'm pretty sure through World at War, just because of they introduced those 4 characters. I'm not so big on the lore. I'm not really sure about the lore, or big on the lore for Black Ops for like zombies and whatnot. But I guess they do answer the question really, who made the zombies in Black Ops 1, don't they, which was Richtofen. I'm trying to remember. It's been 14 years? Yeah, right here since this game was released. So, it's so crazy. And oh my god, I haven't played synonyms. What? I was trying to think of a different word for haven't played. I left it up there. I was trying to think of a funny word to put haven't played, but I couldn't think. I didn't really see any I really liked, so that was funny. But anyways, but no, Kino der Toten, average map. It's nostalgia because it's like one of the first zombie maps I ever played. But overall, I don't think it has anything to offer than even Noct. Honestly, I just don't think it has as much to offer. You know what? Yeah. I'm not putting it. My nostalgia is blinding me from putting it under Transit. It's better than Noct, and honestly, I think it's better than Farm and Nuketown. I can't in my mind putting it underneath Transit. Honestly, can't do it. Sorry. All right, next to Ascension. I do like Ascension, honestly, but it's like a low tier. I'm not as big on Ascension as a lot of people are. I don't like the monkeys for starters. The monkeys are probably about the most annoying thing I think I've ever had to deal with, and I can't stand the monkeys, man. I can't do the monkeys. I'm not doing them. Don't like them. But I do think that the map is good. I do like the rocket being in there, and I know it's kind of ripped from what campaign and multiplayer as a map. But it was a good pull. It really did work as a map, in my opinion. So we got Shangri-La here. Let's see. Have I ranked Shangri-La, or is it just Shino Numa? No, I haven't done Shangri-La yet. Okay, well, here's Shangri-La. Shangri-La, very hard map, but I'm going to say it's average, but I'm going to say it's higher tier average. I right below good. I don't know. I recently just did the video for Shangri-La, but of course I'm going to scrap it because it ruined it, and it sucked because I had a good RNG in it. But for Shangri-La, I think it's an top tier average map. I just don't like the difficulty, the tight hallways, and the napalm zombies and the shrieker zombies just are annoying to deal with. And other than the baby gun probably being actually a decent weapon for the map, I'm not a big of a fan of Shangri-La. So it's going to top tier average for me. Zombies in Spaceland, funnily enough, is a good map, but it's slow tier. It's going underneath Ascension. I think Infinite Warfare Zombies in Spaceland was a fun idea, but it just went downhill from there for Zombies in Spaceland. I think it looks cool and it plays pretty well. I do like it, but it just after this map, man, it just goes downhill in my opinion. But I'm gonna be honest, okay? I've never personally played these 3 the rest of the maps, because I never bought the DLC packs for the game. But I watched them, but I'm still not gonna rate them because I haven't played them. So don't hate me, okay? Don't hate me. I do know this bad, but if I don't like the experience of the first map, I will not play the rest. That's just the way it goes. Now, it does the same for World War II here coming up. So, the Tortured Path, haven't played, thank God, because I know how bad it is. Groston House is a good map. And I'm going to seriously put it above Infinite Warfare Zombies in Spaceland, but the rest, but underneath all the rest of this. This is probably the only decent map for World War II Zombies. I'm going to say it. I like the Final Reich, but I think it's it's definitely average, and I'm going to put it under transit average. So the reason being, okay, Groston House had that awesome house. Just think about it. That house was awesome, and it had a little Easter egg with the box and whatnot. That was great. Loved it. And also, the person who remade the Groston House map for Custom Zombies loved it. I really love it. I love the creepiness of it. Like, it's a difficult map too because of how small the house is, but boy did it work. It worked pretty well in my opinion. The Final Reich, on the other hand, much bigger map, but I gotta tell you, World War II Zombies, I can't say that I really enjoyed my experience with World War II Zombies. I played with my friend, like, with my friend Deadpool and stuff like that, but I just, other than like having fun with him a couple times playing it, there was just something about it, man. You know what? I'll be a little more nicer to it. Instead of putting it in a bottom tier average, because I just don't think it's better than any of these other maps. That's my problem. I think I can put it above Nuketown as average. I still think it's an average map, but I do think it's better. I just don't like World War II Zombies. I just don't think it's as amazing, to be honest with you. Oh boy, Voyage of Despair, one of the worst maps in COD Zombies history. I have no words. I'm disappointed. It was looking to be such an interesting map, and I played it, and boy was I disappointed. I was heavily disappointed. So bad map. Just they had a chance, man, to make the Titanic, be such a great map, but you block off so many areas that we could go down, and we have to follow a certain way to go through the map. And I don't know. I just don't like the flow of the map. Just didn't like it. 9. Good map. I'm going to put it above Groston House, but under Ascension. I do like 9, but in my personal opinion, I do like all of these. That's why I don't have a great category, because it is kind of hard to rate a lot of these other maps and stuff, because 9 would have been in a great... Not 9, oh my god. But a lot of these Giant... and Moon probably will be the ones that are in the great category right now if I put one in, and 9 would be just to bump up a little spaces in the good category. I do like 9. I played it not extremely recently, but I played like a year ago now. I think I haven't really been on BO4 very much, but 9 was a fun map. I really did like it. It was pretty easy to understand. I liked the concept with the four different areas. I did. I thought 9 was a pretty good map. Blood of the Dead, one of the worst maps in COD history. Nothing really else to say about it. Bigger is not better. Bigger is not better. Just because you remade the map, you could have just did a simple remaster, and that would have been fine. You did not have to do that. you did not have to do that. Classified. All right, so Classified. So BO4 remastered maps are going to be definitely in a different category than the other ones, because they're technically remade maps, not remastered. Just because they added on more stuff, whatever, to the maps. So Classified, I really liked Classified. I honestly thought that it was pretty good. I'm putting it in upper average. So, and hear me out, okay? I really liked how the only thing I gotta say that I didn't really like about Classified, one, it was in Black Ops 4. The BF4 engine is just crap. I don't like just the 4 perks, because they wanted to avoid crutch perks, even though that was the whole reason for the perks' existence. Okay, we want Jug to get more health. We want fucking Quick Revive to pick ourselves up. We also want Speed Cola to speed up our reload times. If you made just 4 perks for us to pick, we're going to pick the 4 perks that it takes for us to survive every time. I just don't understand. I don't understand their idea that 4 perks was going to solve all the problems. And I didn't like that. I thought that was a dumb idea, a dumb mistake on their part. Oh my god, this thing is not tightening properly here. It's supposed to be like really tight, but it ain't working. All right, you're gonna have to give me a minute because I'm going to fix this. Hold on. Okay, problem fixed. But yeah, seriously, you can't do that. Honestly. But yeah, for classified, man, I don't. I'll be honest, I forgot what I was talking about. I just literally went on a tangent over here and I forgot what I was talking about. But anyways, yeah, okay, Blood of the Dead. Yeah, it's going in bottom tier. Like, if you mess up Blood of the Dead so bad, like, you could have just did a simple remaster and things would have been done. Said and done, much better. No. You had to do it and make it worse. Like, it was not good. The Easter egg, I guess, was pretty good from what I saw. Wasn't interested in doing it, though. But I can't stand Blood of the Dead, man. Every time I play it, I just think about what it could have been. But, like, the Black Ops 4 engine, definitely terrible. Watch me be talking about the wrong map, because I'm pretty sure I was talking about Classified beforehand, so now I'm trying to remember if I was talking about Classified. Alright, I'll just do that. Classified, I really like the remastered version of Classified. I, honest to Christ, liked the teleporter. They buffed the Winter's Howl just a little bit, but they buffed it at least, so then it's actually usable and not no crappy as it was in the regular 5. The challenge is still kind of there, but they also had the Pentagon Thief removed, which was stolen from us. That was a steal, man. They stole him. They thieved him right out of our hands, and it was bullshit. All right, Dead of the Night. Next up, one of the worst COS maps in COD history. I don't like Dead of the Night. I tried it, and I literally played, and I did the custom settings because I wanted to see, because it said I needed that silver bullet gun. So I was like, okay, how do I get it? There was so many steps to get it. And I said, fuck it, I'm not doing that. I'm going to try to get out of the box. Dude, I gave myself, like, I did the custom settings, made myself, like, souped up, everything, a bunch of points. I wasted all of my points. And I gave myself the maximum amount. I believe it lets you have the maximum amount. It's either that or I gave myself a lot of points. Okay, it was a lot of points. And I tried to get the box. And so many times, I spun it and did not get it. You know how it took me... I couldn't get it. So, it's just baloney that they literally make you go that route. Unless I was just having bad RNG that day. I don't like Dead of the Night. I don't like the vampires. I don't like the werewolves. We don't need that in zombies. Sorry. I just don't think we need it. Ancient Evil for BO4. I've only played this once. And from when I did play it, honestly, I do think it was a decent map. I'm going to say it was good, but I'm going to put it in a lower tier good. I thought it was decent. I really do like where it was. The Wonder Weapon was really nice. But Black Ops 4, like, for a lot of these maps, like, besides 9, because I feel like Black Ops 4 engine was made for 9 because of the different areas. I just feel like Ancient Evil, man, just, like, none of them really had the same, feeling as 9 did, honestly. Like, if they did the new Black Ops 4 setting, like, for the 4 perks in each BO4 map and did it, properly without putting it in the remakes and just did the remakes the old way, it would have been better, in my opinion. I think a lot of these remastered maps would have been better with the old BO3 engine. Just saying. Alpha Omega, bad map. I don't like Alpha Omega. I'm not going to say it is the worst map. No, you know what? No, I can't. I'm still putting Blood of the Dead at the bottom. Alpha Omega, I think that Alpha Omega, the Nuketown, like, I'm glad they didn't do the random perks like they did, but Nuketown, again, just was not a good setting for Call of Duty Zombies, and it just wasn't a good setting here. And of course, all, like, these are just two remastered maps that just should not have been remade, honestly. Same for Tagged or Toten. I'm gonna put it in bad tier. Why did they need to remake Call of the Dead and just didn't do that? Oh god, George was what made Call of the Dead such a nostalgic and awesome map, in my opinion. You can't have Call of the Dead without George Romero. Just my opinion. Alright, D Machine. So of course this is another remake of a map, but honestly, I've never really spent any time at all in Noct. Like, I literally only went in there just to walk through it and go, because this has 3 separate training areas in the map, and it's awesome. I like D Machine, so I'm honestly gonna put D Machine in top tier good, but I'm definitely gonna put it like above Doris and the Giant. Okay, I thought she was about to cry back here. I'm honestly gonna put it above like the Giant in terms of it, just because Easter egg is fun. I completed the Easter egg for D Machine. Fussy baby. D Machine, I really like the Easter egg for D Machine. The map itself, honestly, the way it plays is really awesome. I like the fact that they use Noct, for the map, but they just increased it inside. This is a good example of what Blood of the Dead should have been, in my opinion. I think this is what Blood of the Dead should have been. They didn't need to do anything massive like they did it. What are you doing? They didn't need to do anything massive with Blood of the Dead, but they did it and just put it in BO4, and it was all the wrong stuff. Firebase Z for Cold War. Probably my least favorite Cold War map. But I'm putting it above like top tier average. I just didn't like Firebase Z as much. Honestly, just Mimic City, man. That's all that I saw was Mimic City. That's all they could spawn in every single time was Mimic after Mimic after Mimic. And it got on my nerves. Don't you spit that out. You little turd. She spit out her biggie every 5 minutes. Next up is Cold War Outbreak Mode. So Outbreak Mode, honestly, I'm saying was bottom tier average. I did put a lot of hours into Outbreak Mode, but to be completely honest with you, I did it only because, like, I was playing casually and I just had my PS5. This is before I had any computers or anything that I could just, jump on and play. Because I had Black Ops 2 from my 360, but I didn't have any computers or anything then. So I wasn't able to play like BO2 like I wanted originally. So I'm going to say that Cold War Outbreak Mode is definitely bottom tier average. Just open world zombies, man. Of course, just... after this, it just goes downhill with the later zombies and stuff like that. So it's staying in bottom tier average. I played it a lot just because I was casually playing and I wanted something just to play and kill time, but definitely wasn't. I've never played Outbreak Mode with anybody at all. Mauer der Toten. Actually, I think Mauer is another good map, and it's an original map, but of course it was ripped from the campaign. But it's a really good map. I really like Mauer der Toten, and I really do think that they definitely bumped up the maps in quality. I'm gonna say that it's better than Zetsubo and probably the rest down here. I do like Mauer. I think it's an interesting map. Having the zombies in an actual city kind of makes sense. Like zombies in a city. Come on. But the verticality of the map done right. This is what Die Rise down here should have been, in my honest opinion. Mauer should have been Die Rise should aspire to be Mauer der Toten, to be honest with you. So Black Ops 1 5. I'm putting it in bottom tier good. Oh gosh. Okay, here we go. All right. So here 5 and Classified I think need to be in the same. Classified's, issue was Black Ops 4 system and the removal of, the scientist Yuri. What is that his name? Yuri, I think that's his name. And 5 had him, but also it had the more of a challenge than BO4 Classified did. It was a little easier than 5, but I love 5, man. I'll play it, I'll replay it every once in a while, and the nostalgia wave just comes back and hits me in the face like a brick. It's so great. I love the nostalgic, like, for 5. Or blinded by nostalgia, I guess you could say. And I honestly, yes, I do think it's better than Kino der Toten. Come at me. All right, Cold War Forsaken, average map. Like, it's going above Firebase, but Forsaken just, I don't know. Forsaken just didn't hit it. The first time I ever played it, I got to around like 60, and I was live streaming it. So it was an easy map, and I don't know. Just didn't have that challenge, just didn't have that feeling of like zombies per se. It definitely felt like a multiplayer map, which I'm pretty sure it ended up being. Vanguard, Terra Maledicta, worst map in Call of Duty history, but still better than my Blood of the Dead. Vanguard Shinonuma. This was the only decent map. This was the only decent map in here, and I'm putting it in bottom tier good. Okay. No, that's not. No. I see what you did there. Where's it at? Look, it made me. There it is. I'm putting it in bottom tier good. It made me drop it off right here so I could pick up the Archon, which, you know, is garbage, right here under Alamedicta, because it's the same fucking map. It's going right there next to it. Yeah, seriously though, I do like Vanguard Shinonuma just because it's a little bit more open, but of course it's Vanguard, so it's not necessarily, you know, great as a map, but it's Shinonuma, and they knew what they were doing because everybody wanted a round-based map, so they brought it in, even though it was not a part of the deal. It was not a part of the deal. So they brought it in because of, you know, fan outrage, which is respectful on them. Like, I respect them for doing that, but they definitely just should not have had zombie mode at all for Vanguard. Nope. Same for Modern Warfare 3. Never should have been a zombie mode. Just my opinion. Call of the Dead BO1. Good map. Good map for Call of Duty BO1. And I'm putting it right under Zombie Chronicles, you know, or right under Moon. That's right. I'm putting it right under Moon because I love Call of the Dead. I love George A. Romero. I love the snow. I just love all of it. Love it. So Shangri-La is the only one that's left, which of course I already did it, so I'm going to put it right next to BO3 Zombie Chronicles Shangri-La. Same thing. Snoozing. So anyways, this is my definitive zombie tier list here. So it's probably it's definitely have changed over the years, but of course I cut out the great category to make it a little difficult for me. But yep, here's my list. So what do you think about it? Do you guys agree? You don't agree? If you don't agree or do agree, leave it in the comments. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care. My opinion. You like whatever maps you like. I like whatever maps I like. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye. Bye-bye.